Hello! Welcome to the Xbox Showcase! Call of Duty is happening. It's a little late.
Came in through the back door.
There's a lot of Call of Duty mans. Call of Duty mans everywhere. I did like the campaign in Cold War though. It was pretty cool.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on. Something big.
I'm a fire starter. Terrific fire starter.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
You know, it's wild that this game
How's he look?
is still coming out for like last gen consoles.
We're being hunted from the inside.
They still have the
You don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it
low
might be
close
better if you
quarters
do.
system from
Something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into?
in Cold War.
Don't trust anyone.
To a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
So it's
May
Call
God
of Duty
continue to
wacky
bless
shit.
The United States of America.
You just got a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Set in the 1990s after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems. It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies. It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. It's been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month. We hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
And all the other
so no matter where you
that
choose
they
to
just
play,
closed down.
everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6
kind of
on
pisses me
October
off,
25th.
actually. Now that I'm sitting here watching this,
I'm incredibly
and it's just like,
excited
yeah, Call of
for
Duty,
today's
right?
show.
You guys love Call of Duty.
I'm standing
Call
here
of Duty.
thinking about
Xbox,
all the
Call of
passion
Duty,
that
Call
has
of
gone
Duty,
in
Call of Duty.
to
And
making
it's just
this
like,
show
yeah,
what
what
it
about
is.
I
It's
don't
an
know,
honor
creative,
to
innovative
share the
games
latest
that you
efforts
guys
from our partners
wanted to
around
flourish.
the world.
But no, now
And
now
from
since
our
you have
own
Call of Duty, it's
creative
like fuck all
teams at
that,
Activision,
right?
Bethesda, Blizzard,
It's so
and
good.
Xbox Game Studios, who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever. And now I get to introduce something that is special to me.
Some of their best work
As someone
ever.
who has played games for as long as I have, it's
Starfield?
amazing that I get to set up
That's weird.
this
Because
world
Hi-Fi, I
premiere.
didn't see Starfield at the
So
Game
thank
Awards.
you
I
all
saw
for
Hi-Fi
joining
Rush
us.
there. But
And
some of the
please
best
enjoy
work
the
ever,
show.
right? You're so proud. Okay. It pisses me. It's just it's probably gonna be me just ranting, just fucking ranting, unless it's Doom. Which I love Doom. It software didn't do anything, but like Jesus Christ, man. So this is the medieval Doom that we heard about. Or medieval inspired. It's a prequel. It looks like. Fur cape? That's pretty cool design. Shield? Okay. Oh, thank you. Green. How was that green? Oh. Warhammer but doomy. Wow. There's vehicles. It's super weird, right? Like, it's odd. What's up, John? How you doing? It's odd because it's Doom the Dark Ages, but we already know that Doom guy, like Doom 1 and 2 happens before Doom.
Who were you before?
So...
Who did you love?
Huh?
What did you believe?
And they're finally showing off this game after, what, 4, 5 years? Can't wait for this studio to close down.
It's too late to ask now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Wait, are they not going to show gameplay for this? The trailer's not over, but it kind of seems like this isn't a gameplay trailer.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it.
Oh, they are showing it. Wow.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on.
Kind of gameplay.
When we needed it the most. I didn't know you well. But we'll keep your memory alive.
Kind of gameplay.
Every sacrifice we make matters. And will never be forgotten. one is forgotten.
Like, it's not surprising,
We
but it
live
is
on.
crazy to me that they didn't say anything about, like, the closure of any of the studios that just happened. Like, that was last month. But they led with the reason why, because Call of Duty, because they decided to buy Activision. And they were like, well, it's not doing Call of Duty numbers, and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just...
Not looking. This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
Like, the more I'm watching this, the more it's like pissing me off, because we don't even know if these studios are gonna be around for much longer. Because literally, Microsoft is where studios go to die. Like, luckily Bungie got out, right? But they were lucky. There were like a bunch of studios that Microsoft has killed.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft has closed down more studios than they've released games in like the past like 5 years.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
So much D&D like games. Yeah. Actually, this series started off as a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin.
Oh,
There is no
Starfield.
record of a star station in this orbit.
You know what's sad? We're getting
Something
more
is not right.
Starfield, but we're not getting Hi-Fi Rush 2. You know, the game that, like, came out and everyone was just like, man, this game fucking sucks. But let's just close down the studio that literally people bought Xboxes for. The game that people bought Xboxes for, the game that, like, gave people a reason to buy Game Pass? Now let's close down that studio. I'm pissed about I'm so mad about it. Like, the more, like, I'm watching this, the more I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Carefully. They will determine how long you live. You trespass in the home of house.
This is gonna be like an hour long of me just shitting all over Xbox's dumbass decisions, Microsoft's dumbass decisions. Absolutely.
Can you feel its embrace?
You better believe.
In your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
Bet you're biffy. Man, even like the stuff that I did see about that, I just can't bring myself to care about Starfield. New content coming tonight? Oh my
We have a
god.
proposal for you.
wish you the best of luck.
Wow. Wow, stuff that you have to buy. New content, they say. That just looked like Starfield. Like, that just looks like Starfield. It doesn't even look new. Which is more of a reason not to care about Starfield.
Vaultathon 76 is sponsored in part by Sugar Bomb's breakfast cereal. Bombs away. Folks, if you're just joining us, we are coming to you live in the 10th consecutive hour of our Vaultathon 76 drive. We've got operators standing by and, oh, it looks like we've got one.
Harry's on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault 76.
How about that? Skyline Valley. Beautiful country. Right in the heart of Shenandoah.
Oh, Shenandoah, I hear you calling.
Call now to join Harry and the over 17 million vault dwellers already on board.
Makes me really worried.
And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Like,
got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
they didn't close down Bethesda, they just closed down studios
and
under
strong
Bethesda.
community can weather any storm.
So,
why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley
like,
neighbors
yeah,
in
Doom,
Vault 63.
The Dark Ages is coming out, right? But
the
is that,
scientific minds are hard
is
at
it
work,
software
cooking up
safe
shocking
after
new ways
that?
to protect and preserve this Appalachian.
Like, there's so many developers who are under Microsoft right now who are like scared shitless because it's like, well, if Hi-Fi Rush, if Hi-Fi Rush didn't get the success that Microsoft wanted, then what is the success that Microsoft wants? Because Hi-Fi Rush was extremely successful, immensely successful.
Call now to reserve your place in Vault
But
76.
now it's like, so if that's not enough to keep your,
I suppose having skin is not for everyone.
If that's not enough to keep your company open, also that kind of just seems like it's just like we're like, oh, Fallout London lets you play as a ghoul. Oh, we're gonna let you play as a ghoul in 76.
World premiere.
But if the degree of success of being successful isn't what Hi-Fi Rush achieved, then what is it? If you're gonna keep moving the goalposts, of course you're not gonna get you're not gonna get a successful game, because Microsoft is just gonna keep moving the goalposts. Because now they're like, oh well, they didn't do Call of Duty, right? They didn't do Call of Duty numbers.
One stroke, and everyone of that age.
And it kind of just seems like the smart shadow drop that was Hi-Fi Rush just kind of just seems like now it was them just not wanting to pay for marketing. Just not wanting to pay for marketing, sent that game out to die, and then they're like, well, we're gonna send this game out to die, we're gonna close down these studios, and no one's gonna care, right?
We'll break the cycle
because they made bad games.
Steal anyone else's future.
But Hi-Fi Rush, oops, was successful, and now they just kind of seem like assholes because now they can't go back and not close down those studios because they spent all their money buying. They spent all their money buying Activision Blizzard. So they can't walk that back. So it's just it's hard to care about like anything they're showing, because now it's like
even if
I do like any of these games, even if I do enjoy them at like some point, right?
Our Expedition 33.
It doesn't mean that it's gonna be. It doesn't mean that it's gonna get anything after. It doesn't mean that it's gonna get taken care of after it came out, because look at what happened to Redfall. They're like, yeah, we're gonna you know, we're not going to close down Arcane Austin just because Redfall was a failure. We're going to keep them open. And that was bullshit because they knew they were going to close down Arcane Austin. That was 6 months before they closed down Arcane Austin. That's not a 6-month decision. That's like, that's a year, that's years in advance. A year and a half maybe.
Really happened.
You mean to tell me your
So they were
mama
full
never
of shit.
told you stories about critters and weavers?
And now all the people who
come
bought
along.
like the deluxe edition with all the DLC and stuff like that, they're not getting any of their shit because guess what? They closed down the studio.
Big Gator. I gotta drop you off.
And people are gonna be like, oh well, you know, well like Ninja Theory is saying, talking about like pitching their new game and like, you know, they're working on, still working on Hellblade and giving updates to that. And it's just like, yeah, but for how long? Because it doesn't matter if you're still working on the game, if you're giving a pitch, because that's what Tango Gameworks was doing. They were pitching Hi-Fi Rush 2. And Arcane Austin was still working on their game.
If you ring that bell.
Yeah, but they got closed down, so like it doesn't. It like literally anything Microsoft says,
I'll pick you up yonder after
anything out of their mouth is just full of shit.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Hey, I heard that.
This is an hour-long rant about the fucking. It's so maddening. It pisses me off so much. Because like all those people lost their jobs. All that creativeness is now gone, and now it is replaced with Call of Duty. And I would much rather play Hi-Fi Rush 2 than the new Call of Duty. Easy.
Oh, hell no.
You know what Xbox created? They created a self-fulfilling prophecy.
All right, time to find that church.
Because now it's like, well, just, you know, make a good game and it will sell and people will like it. And it's just like, but will it sell? When you have studios closing down left and right, and Microsoft even said, yeah, this isn't it. We're still going to close down more studios. Now it's like, well, what's even the point of buying this game if it's not even going to be supported in the future? Like, I'd rather wait until it's on sale and get it at a sale. I forgot the word for the opposite of scarcity, but they made the opposite of scarcity.
What the hell?
Hurry up! Jump!
A boat and a church are just
Because that game looks great. It looks good. But it's probably going to be fairly cheap. Like months later. Why? Oh, because I don't know. Microsoft is probably going to close down that studio. Oops. Like, I hope not. That would fucking suck.
In darkness.
I hope Microsoft doesn't close down any more studios, right? Maybe the backlash was just like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this and just ride it out.
And for countless generations, mortal heroes
Warhammer might be coming to Xbox.
to defend her.
Like it's just so fucking hard to care about anything when Microsoft is just like a bunch of pieces of shit.
And beasts of
Like this is them going, hey, give us your money. And it's just like, why? Those games are gonna go on sale anyway.
Though they fought amongst
They're not gonna be supported at all. There's like no reason to.
Their enmity following them to the most distant
Is what I'm saying like true? Probably not. But in the eyes of everyone outside of Microsoft and their decision making, it's just like, well, now it's like, why would I want to pay for a game that's not gonna get supported? That's probably, even if I do get the DLC's probably not gonna come out, and then on top of that,
while new hope blooms on the horizon,
that game is gonna be cheap in a couple of months because you just want to make a quick buck.
Draws near.
Instead of actually support developers, instead of actually support their creativity, you're just looking to make a quick buck.
In the darkness, at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder.
You did.
Once again.
Not the extra buttons, but the sticks.
And Azeroth.
They'll close a lot more. Got offset the buy money. Absolutely.
The world's soul.
So it's like, why buy anything at full price if it's not even gonna be supported? Like they say, games cost more money to buy, or more money to make. They do cost more money to buy, but more money to make, and it's just like, well, do they? Do they cost more money to make, or are you just doing that to yourselves? Because it kind of just seems like it costs the same amount of money to make. You guys are just throwing money at it, hoping for something in return.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching
Oh,
Soviet
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yassk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
No, they're like taller sticks.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
I assume that they were going to put the dive in.
Rests entirely in your hands.
Sneaky Snake. A real one-man army.
Like, I could care about this because guess what? This isn't a Microsoft company.
Freeze. Speak.
When is this coming out?
Commencing virtuous mission now.
You don't have a release trailer or a release date. Probably sometime next year. Probably summer of next year. It was the first game that you watched me play. I was like, dang, should I go back and play those games? I play them so much. But why wouldn't I? They're amazing. You know, it would be one thing if this was like an isolated thing, right? Probably wouldn't be, I would still be mad, but probably wouldn't be as pissed, but like Microsoft has done this consistently. Microsoft has done this so many times where they will just close down the studio out of nowhere. Do you guys remember a game called Phantom Dust? So Phantom Dust was like this multiplayer arcade-ish game.
Your kind meddled where you should.
Basically. But the developers were working on that game, and it was like around, this was like during E3, they put out a trailer, Microsoft put out a trailer, completely
If you're a god,
CGI.
you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want.
And they were like, hey, look at this game, isn't it cool? Yeah, that's right, it is cool. Turns out that Microsoft canceled that game months before, didn't tell the developers anything, right? Didn't give the developers any funding, didn't tell the developers anything. This was months before like the E3 trailer, and then a couple months after, they closed down that studio. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, Microsoft is a company where studios go to die, and it's bullshit.
Come on, then.
Because it's like, oh well, there's some like cool stuff, but Microsoft doesn't give a shit about that because they just want to make a quick buck. And now, if your game isn't doing Call of Duty numbers, now Call of Duty is the goal, and it's like, no game is gonna do Call of Duty. How are you guys still fucking stuck all the way back in like 2007? Like back when like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops came out, every game was striving to do what they were doing, and no one could reach it. Everyone realized like, oh, that's
We return to you now.
unsustainable. That's completely impossible, right?
Of mankind.
But like Microsoft still seems to think like, oh no, games can still do Call of Duty numbers. Like Microsoft is on that bullshit. Sony is on their
The Egyptians and
fucking
the
games as a service bullshit.
We
Like,
created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath.
Nintendo has some bullshit, but at least they're like, yeah, we're gonna make like games that people enjoy, right?
And unleash our fury.
And people are like, well, Nintendo just makes the same game over and over. And it's like, yeah, they make that same game, but that's because like those developers have been there for years. And they're like, how can we innovate on this? How can we make it better? I mean, just look at the newest Mario game. Hell, you don't even have to go that far back. Just look at the newest Zelda game. Like, they keep their developers because they understand why these developers need to be here. They understand that, like, yeah, if we get rid of our developers, we have to start back at square one. And if the new people that we bring in work on a certain type of game, they might not have the knowledge or know-how to make that game feel good, like the developers who have been working on Zelda for fucking ever, or the developers who've been working on Mario forever.
I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission.
Is this?
I was wrong.
This is...
Welcome to Garden City,
perfect
where
dark.
it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
And even this game is having problems. And you know what?
How far to his last known location?
Local
The
forces
studio might not be around for much longer.
You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Generating voice print.
ارسل واحدا آخر.
اختبر البوابة بحسب.
You know who would have been a really good pick to choose to make a game like this, to make a perfect dark game? A game where you have like different options, where you tackle different objectives in different ways? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Dishonored. That sounds like Prey. That sounds like the kind of game that Arcane Austin would make. So why the fuck didn't you have them work on this and have them work on a game
turns out to be
at the service or a looter shooter like
only one way forward.
Redfall? Like, what the fuck is...
Find the truth.
Why? What are you thinking, Microsoft? Like, holy shit. Like,
I'm going in blind.
Carrington!
It's fucking wild.
Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you.
How did you hit?
I could use someone with your skills.
To lose everything.
Man, like, I cannot seem to care. Like, Perfect Dark is great. Like, the first one's good.
Is really hiding.
I did play Perfect Dark 0.
I hope you're
way
ready,
longer than I
Agent
probably
Dark.
should have. But like, I'm just like,
once you open this door, there's
really
no going
annoyed
back.
by Microsoft because it's a fucking game that Arcane Austin would have made. But no, you guys wanted them to make a looter shooter because you're fucking stupid, because you mismanage
Agent Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators
before
are what make
Starfield
our
came out
industry unique.
and after Hi-Fi Rush came out, there was a moment
and our teams.
Actually after
They are
Redfall came out
building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages from id Software,
of Xbox.
updates and expansions to our ongoing games like World of Warcraft.
But he
The
was
War
like,
Within
yeah,
from Blizzard.
like
handcrafted
we weren't
original
on
concepts
top of that
South of
studio.
Midnight from Propulsion Games.
We let them have their freedom, and we probably should have been on top of it. And he explained a situation that was similar to that with
on behalf of our creative teams at Activision,
with Starfield.
Bethesda,
He was
Blizzard,
like, yeah,
King, and Xbox
Starfield
Game
was having
Studios,
problems. We went over
thank
there.
you
We
for your
were
continued
on top of
support,
them. We
and
were
look forward
like,
to
you
getting
know,
their ambitious
helping them
games
out and
in
stuff
your
like
hands.
that. And I'm like,
Diablo
wow, that must have taken
is
a
one
lot
of
of
the most
resources.
enduring and beloved
right?
series in all of gaming.
That must have
We're
taken
thrilled to
a
have
couple
Diablo
of
4
resources
in Game Pass,
away from
where
other
millions
things.
of you made it your favorite
You know what
way
probably
to play.
didn't take
This
resources
October,
from other
Diablo
things?
4,
Oh, I don't know,
Vessel
Hi-Fi
of
Rush.
Hatred
Actually,
expands
Hi-Fi
the
Rush didn't take any
Demon Slayer
resources
experience
from
with
anything
an
because you
all-new
guys sent that
character
game out
class,
to die.
a new region, and of
They
course,
didn't even get marketing.
the next chapter in
You
the
got
Acclaim
like
story.
a
Here is the opening
trailer,
cinematic for the
two
game.
trailers in
Let's
one
take a
day.
look.
A gameplay trailer and, well, it was like more of a demo. But a demo and a gameplay trailer in one day, and then you guys just shove that out the door. And it was like, oh, well, no one's gonna like this. Oops, actually everyone likes it. But we still have to close down that company because we need the money. Because we were just shoving all of our money into buying studios because we thought it would pay off.
Boy, young one.
Because we need to make up the money for buying Call of Duty.
Nerel? Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Let go? No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Ew. Well, shit.
Oh, right. You.
Yeah, that was Diablo.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you?
Oh, it's Fable.
Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers. I mean, sure, you get your mega fans.
You are like literally my favourite person.
Your haters.
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
Your chancers. And the occasional giant toad. For some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
You thought you could save her?
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
World premiere.
Use this. Make your own rules.
It's my turn.
This is a multiplayer card game where you change the map of the game with cards.
World premiere.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up.
God, man.
Here, I found my childhood home in ruins.
Like, again, all I'm thinking about is just
Why hasn't
like,
my aunt
wow,
taken good care of
this looks
The bridge to
interesting
her
and
house
cool.
is
How long
broken,
is this studio
so
gonna
I
be
can't even
running?
ask her.
It just like bums me the fuck out.
I will make the tree
Like that
stump a
last
cozy
game
home
is
again,
like, oh, that's
no
an interesting
matter
take on the
what
hero
it
shooter.
takes.
How long is that studio gonna
No
be
matter
running?
how hard it gets, I will fight and find meaning and beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so. But I must keep believing that every winter leads
Fuzzy
to
Grove,
spring.
but as a rat.
Fancy.
It looks like it.
Finally!
This is mine now. Winter Burrow. Not so cozy. Does anyone remember the show Redfall? Or not Redfall. Redwall?
My
Like that show that was like had like all the animals as like
It's a
knights.
strange, almost
And it was like this
cosmic
kid
talent.
show. It was really messed up. It was really dark. Like there was like blood and stuff. I was like, whoa.
Go back to a time
Like
where
a guy got
summons lasted
stabbed, and I was
forever,
like,
when
huh?
friendships were unbreakable.
Isn't this for
and
kids?
any trouble
Like,
was
it
good
was
trouble.
crazy.
This year,
It was
I
super
wanna ride
crazy. It was
flaming
something from the
stallion
90s.
of delinquency.
Yes!
What's your name again?
From Beethoven and Dinosaur comes an adventure, a lifetime
It was like a
in
rat
the
that got
making.
stabbed. There's a like others that got shot
Experience
with
the
arrows and
freedom
stuff. It
of the
was
teenage wasteland,
wild.
sneaking out, making out, avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
Hey, can I
Stanford go nuts!
Set to the soundtrack of a generation.
And how long is this gonna be around?
What are we gonna think of ourselves in 10 years? I'll just
Hey,
remember
that's
to tell myself
the music video from
it felt
what's it called?
at the time.
Your greatest memories are stored in music. You're invited
Is this
to
supposed
go
to be
back
like a
in
nostalgia? A nostalgia
There have
trip
been noise complaints
for people who lived in the 90s.
Okay.
Of course, it's an Annapurna game. Annapurna, they always have like weird ass games. Oh, is this Microsoft Air Flight Simulator? Air Simulator. Simulate air conditions. LA air is more toxic. It was wild during like the COVID event. Do you guys remember like seeing pictures of LA after everyone stayed home for like a couple of days? Like comparison pictures, like LA looked super clear. It looked way more clear than I've ever seen LA look. Well, at least we know Flight Simulator isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Yay. Elder Scrolls. You know, this showcase is like very expected. I mean that in the sense that like there's like all these games that they have either talked about or showed before, like have given announcements for, and now we're just now seeing them. which is wild because I think State of Decay 3, Fable, and Perfect Dark were all announced in the same year. And that they got announced like years ago. I don't remember when that Perfect Dark trailer came out. I think it came out during the Game Awards. I want to say like 2018. Like, and now we're just now seeing it.
I'd never use my power again. But 2 nights ago...
Oh. Is this,
I found my friend's body in the woods.
Is this what I think it is? Like Life is Strange? 4?
I don't know who I can trust. Or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead. So why can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Safi. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Wow, it's actually a follow-up to the first one. That was surprising. Is this Indiana Jones?
Are you sure you want to investigate this, Indy?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
Indiana
What you
Jones
got
and
to
the
do,
Great
Indiana?
Art Project.
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air!
What was
Find
that?
the stones, Gina. Where they were.
Fresh air!
If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe,
Oh
you'd get a
shit.
perfectly aligned circle.
That took me
Great Circle.
super off guard.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide. Ciao.
Hands behind your head.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes!
I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand. Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Ha 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 ha. You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer. I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure.
Wait! Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
We gotta get out of here.
Help me!
The stone! The stone!
Gina! Haltet sie auf! Erschießt sie! Hab dich!
Does this seem slapsticky to you guys? Like it seems a little goofy. And the great art project. I still think that subtitle is really bad. Up. I think I saw Ava colors there and Gunman colors. Reminds me of Robotech. Like that Robotech game on the original Xbox. You could just turn into a jet. Or the second one where you could just turn into a motorcycle. Weird ass game. But hey, they were creative. Back during a time where companies actually valued that. But you guys thought it was done? You thought it was over it? No. Absolutely not.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
Another Souls-like game. Color me surprised.
I should know. It runs
God,
in my blood.
there should be a drinking game. Take a shot every time there's a Souls-like. I mean, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, so maybe not. Maybe don't do that.
Come. Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
Obsidian's new game?
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
A vow, that was the name of it. Jesus, I could not. How long is Obsidian gonna be around? Obsidian's been around for a while. Used to be Interplay. How much longer are they gonna be around? Fuck if I know.
World premiere.
Sniper Elite 6.
Emergency at Windscale Atom Plant. It's not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over.
Wow, Rebellion's making a new game. I am actually surprised. Because for the last couple of years, they've just been making Zombie Army and Sniper Elite. I mean, there was that one game, Strange Brigade. This seems like way different from whatever they've been doing. I wonder if they are going to make a Sniper Elite 6. I do like those games. They are very fun.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
Oh, this is
I
the
do not fear our enemy.
Assassin's game that everyone's mad about
They talk of
for not
peace
being
and
historically
dream of war.
accurate, even though it definitely is. As accurate as you can make it.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path.
As accurate as any Assassin's Creed game is.
There are other ways to heal.
Which isn't a lot.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Assassin's Creed, break glass in case of emergency. Against Ubisoft. I think they call it, like, the code name for that game was Code Red. Like, it's so clear what that game is supposed to be.
Радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси.
Can't wait for this.
Ви тільки погляньте на це. Край, чарівний край черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя. Жива.
Координати закинув. Поквапся.
Oh shit, we're actually getting gameplay.
Зараз час такий. Час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс?
Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Oh. Did it have a release date? I don't think it did. That seems sooner than I thought it was gonna be.
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday.
Wow, are you guys sure
These
you can
new
afford
X
that?
and S consoles,
You can't even
alongside
afford
the
to
many
keep
other devices in our
couple
Xbox gaming
studios
family,
open.
offer you more
But
choices.
you can afford to mass produce
It's
a
our
couple
mission
consoles?
to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch,
Oof.
by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you to play your games anywhere you
But
want
not studio
on Xbox
preservation,
consoles,
because
PC, and
they're
cloud.
different. They're two
This
different things.
is what defines Xbox today and in the
Game
future.
preservation and studio
And we're hard at
preservation are
work
two
on the
very
next
different things,
generation.
apparently.
Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
World premiere.
Fallout. Oh, Gears of War. Are they remaking the first Gears of War? Why? Didn't they already remake the first? They already remade the first Gears of War. Unless Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 are coming to PC. That would be cool. I'm very confused. Because they left Gears of War 5 off on a cliffhanger. I am super confused. So they were just like, yeah, nah, let's just drop Gears 6 and just remake Gears 1? Or is this like a prequel to Gears 1? But there was already a prequel for Gears 1. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But there's already a prequel for Gears 1. It doesn't happen during E-Day, but... And wasn't Marcus in prison during E-Day? Okay. Alright. Well, anyway. Yeah, that was the Xbox showcase. Whoop-de-doo. Wow. It's like... Oh, man. It's just hard to care when Xbox is just being just really shitty, right? And maybe it's not even Xbox as a whole. Like, Microsoft is hugely the blame for that, but like, even still, Phil Spencer, that was the guy's name, still made the decision that led up to the closure of a bunch of studios, and still we're waiting to hear the closure of several more studios. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not really excited for like anything that they showed. Like, because now I'm just like, well, what can I wait for, right? What can I wait for to go on sale? Because if you guys aren't going to support these games, support these studios, if you're just going to close down studios despite how successful these studios are, how many people buy their games, then what's the point of buying them in the first place? Why not just wait for a sale? Like, supporting, you're not really supporting developers when you buy games, but you are like voting with your wallet basically. And it's like, well, then what's the point of that if you're just going to close that studio down anyway, right? So I don't know. Anyway, there's gonna be more Final Fantasy VII this week. Can't wait. Can't wait. I think we're like super close. We might be just 2 streams away from beating it. Hell, I might even stream it tonight if that's the case. I think we're 2 streams away from beating it. I have to check. Because last time I checked, we were like, what, 60-70% almost done with the game. I mean, we also still have a couple more side stuff to do, but that shouldn't really take long at all, so. But anyway, thank you for watching, for tuning in, for all your love and support. Very much appreciated. Xbox, Phil Spencer, Microsoft, fuck you guys. Have a good night, day, where you guys live, and keep on keeping on. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.